Hi all, welcome to another chess24 Banter Blitz. Okay, so it's approaching 11:30 AM UK time, the usual Sunday time. I'm just waiting for my preview screen to appear, and it has. I'm going to mute. Okay, the first thing I'd like to draw your attention to is the 15% off voucher code Kingscrusher. If you go to chess24/premium, you'll see that voucher code. If you put that voucher code 15% off, you can get to play even the World Chess Champion, something to tell your relatives in the future, Magnus Carlsen, and other amazing grandmasters and international masters and other players like myself, even bunnies. Okay, so let's see today the challenge list, and let's have a look. The challenges: Lewis. We've got Lewis as the first game. It's a fast and furious 3-minute game. I'll try. I don't know about f4. Sometimes I'm in the mood to take the risk with f4, but here it's the quieter version of the Vienna game. I'll take away that g4 square and play for knight ge2, then castling, then king h2 and f4. So audio and visual is okay. If a4, maybe a3 is interesting, just to stop a3 from black. I think that could be useful. So I've unpinned myself here. I'm hoping knight g4 is not, under most circumstances, not going to be dangerous. Hg, queen h4, bishop h3. You know what? That could be. I have to look at that really. Alright, he hasn't played it anyway. Knight g3 to h5 then. Actually, I'll pin this first. Hang on, there's knight g4 there. So let's stop knight g4. I'll be able to take with the queen here. Now I can take the queen. So I want to play knight h5. And that puts some pressure on that pinned piece. I hope I can play this. Oh, there is queen e5. Alright, let's just go back there for a moment. Maybe I should insert d4 roundabout now. Mind you, he's got knight takes. Okay. Oh, that's a pain. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Alright. You know what? I'm going to go back for that with king h1 here. I'm hoping this is an interesting idea. So knight takes, queen takes. Black does have f6 as an example. f6. Maybe then bishop f4 is useful. Okay. The c2 pawn is a pain. Can I protect it for a moment? And then evict this knight. I want to ideally play, I believe, f6. G takes is the pinned bishop though. I'll kick this guy back. Oh, okay. Let's get out of f6 from black for a moment, because that discovers an attack on the queen. So a3, kick the knight back, and then maybe f6 is a good idea. a3, f6. I think that's interesting. Oh, hang on a sec. Okay, so alright, knight or f6. Alright, I'm gonna go with f6 here. And bishop f6. Bishop h6. Okay, that seems to be winning the exchange here anyway. Okay, so maybe knight e2 coming up, or should I protect? That's a bit of a gambit. I think rook b1 taking b7 should be okay. Oh, okay. Do I have d4 here or rook b7? Maybe rook b7. Or is that naive? Is my king exposed here to a bishop d6 battery? Okay, I can gain a tempo anyway, I think. I'm just thinking, if the bishop came back, it would be dangerous on h2 there. This seems largely okay. I've got a nice clock advantage. It seems largely okay, this position. Maybe c3 to stop the bishop going to b4. Oh, there is d5. Okay. Okay, knight f4. There is d5 coming up. Oh, there is that. Oh, okay. Let's not panic too much. Okay, my center is crumbling the way I'm playing it. Oh, hang on, that's a mistake. Okay, so knight g7. Okay, time pressure's creeping in there. Those 3-minute games seem, sometimes they're a lot quicker than they seem. Thanks for that. So, Cobra. Yes. Knight c6. I could try knight c6. And g6 and bishop g7. So we get a king's engine defense, which Farouj has been playing a lot in Blitz. That up and coming super talent. I should really do some of his games, cover some of his games at some point. I've been meaning to, but apparently he's like revitalizing, it seems, the king's engine defense. So queen e8 and e5 look like something. The big threat of e4 coming up, classic. Oh no, he hasn't gone into the classic e4 trap, the dreaded e4 trap against the London system. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh no, it's that's not the only reason to play queen e8, really. I like when you play e5 and d takes, you get some square control on the dark squares sometimes. It's not just for playing for this cheap trap, honest. That yeah, I feel I've ruined the game. I wasn't aiming for this trap as such. I wasn't in any rush to set a trap. So I mean, sometimes a trap doesn't really damage your position too much. And here I have played queen e8 quite a bit generally. Okay, so anyway, the game on. It's not over yet. Okay, game on. Okay. So I can take on f3, it seems, and hold. Well, no, actually, I just want to go into h3 here. c7's dropping. It's a sacrificial little lamb, c7. I just want a kingside attack over here. So queen h3, I'm getting some sort of attack with knight e5 coming along. So knight e5, unless he wants to take there. He might well take there. I'm on f3 anyway. If he plays bishop e2, I could start calculating some juicy stuff. Okay, that does. Okay, there's a double. Oh, Gordon Bennett. There's a horrible double attack. It protects the knight. It hits the queen. It hits the bishop. It makes the coffee at the same time. It does so much, this move. Okay, I think I collect another piece. This is, I don't usually like collecting pieces, going for the king, but on this occasion, it's another piece. Okay, thanks to the game, Cobra. Sorry, bit of a disaster there. Okay, Rakesh. Okay. It's one to be very wary of when Queen E8 is played. If you play the London system, I think Queen E8 needs to set off some alarm bells about safeguarding the bishop from evil tempo gaining moves, which in general I think one should be on top of the evil tempo gaining moves. As I had a tactical epiphany recently about tempo gainers, which I'll share with you now. I might have mentioned it last week. So basically, if you want to make the position in your favour, quite often on the chessboard, you're gaining tempo. And on the other hand, if you want to remove opponents' moves, you pin. So I related recently to some chess students of mine, gaining tempo is like the other side of the coin to pinning pieces, because in one, you're gaining moves, and in the other, you're taking away certain defensive moves from the opponent. So it makes the whole thing unfair. And also recently, on a video just earlier, someone was saying Stockfish has this tendency of releasing the tension, and in a way, that's giving loads of tempo moves later to like the neural networks, because I think it was a brilliant insight actually from someone I got on YouTube recently, just a few hours back. So they said, the way Stockfish releases the tension and gives a free hand is like handing the opponent lots of tempo. So I think this idea that you make the position in your favour for either sort of gaining moves or taking moves away from the opponent. So quite often in puzzles, actually, it starts with, instead of immediately trying for a checkmate, you could pin, say, a pawn or something, and then later it just delays it slightly, but the opponent's defensive resources are taken away. So anyway, so it's my new pet theory about tactics, which I haven't done a video on yet, but I think they're two sides of the same coin. I think if it is really the case that they're two sides of the same coin, I should have noticed it before in my own chess development, really, because sometimes I'm thinking about gaining tempo. I don't really see necessarily the importance, but if you look at some beginner rules, I mean, they're based on tempo gains, like not moving the queen out too early. It's because the opponent can often gain critical tempo. If you look at Fischer's classic game against Robert Bernd Grunfeld, that was a lot of tempo gaining in his amazing combinations. I think tempo gaining is really crucial quite often in tactical combinations. But the other side of that coin, the pinning, is also fantastic. If you can pin key defensive pieces, then you're sort of removing moves from the opponent. So this is a subject I wanted to do a video of on my channel at some point, but I'm giving you a sneak preview here. Yeah. So anyway, so Queen E8 in a nutshell is any peak or sniff of a tempo gaining move. You need to sort of be on the red alert about that. In a nutshell. So anyway, here I'm threatening checkmate here with knight f4. So this is quite dangerous, I think. So bishop a6 or bishop h3. I mean, this is all pretty dangerous actually at this point. Knight f3. There's knight h3. G takes, rook takes f3. Yeah, I think this is all pretty dangerous at the moment. This coordination, this knight and queen coordination. Okay, that's a check. Fine. I can not this. I think he's protecting g2 actually. So I'm going to move that actually. Yes, that is a good defense. Queen c2. Yes, very good. Okay, so here I think I'm back in business attacking wise with this, although c4 might be something. Okay, so knight g6 is on the cards. Okay, it's not that easy, is it? I think maybe just I'm tempted with e2 here, actually. I'm sure I've got good attacking prospects with e2, although it's a bit naughty, perhaps an overkill. But I kind of like the look of it, so play it. Yeah, because, you know, g takes, knight takes, and rook f2. I like the look of bringing in my rooks and stuff. Okay, he hasn't done that. Okay. So there's knight g6 in the air here. Knight g6. Okay, can I cover? There's still knight g6 in the air. It's not over by long shot, this game. Alright, so knight g6 is kind of nasty. I think I have to welcome that move here. Unless I want to play bishop g2. No, I don't think. I think I have to give back the exchange. Fair enough. As long as I'm not losing the queen just yet. Oh, I am a piece up anyway. I don't think I should necessarily. I'm not in bad shape here. So h5, h4 or c5. This rook e7. I don't know if that's dangerous. So all right, I can gain a sort of tempo here with queen g5, trying to evict this queen. But there's queen c5. Okay, cd for a moment. cd for a moment. Trying to undermine the center. Okay, I'll put the king back. And now, okay, there's another tempo gainer, queen h4 on the rook. Okay, so I mean, if yeah, this would be a dangerous double check if my king was on h8, and I've fell for that actually quite recently. This double check and then mating, the king has to move on a double check. So, but the rook's hanging here. Hold on. Let's take the rook. Right, I think there's bishop e5. Oh, I think this is crashing through now with rook f2. Okay, I think there's going to be rook f2 there. g3, rook f2, that'll be going in. Okay, for the kill there. Okay, thanks game, Rakesh. So, all right. Okay, Jello baby. Hi. Okay, Jello baby. I'll try King's Engine again. And we got another London system. Right, I'll play this queen e8 again. I think it's a reasonable move here. I think a5 is reasonable on c4. I'm sort of happy sometimes when d5 is played. Word of tactical caution here though. My knight has to be sorted out. I don't think it matters about the double pawns as such. If my knight comes back to c7, it looks like a Piazza Benoni structure a little bit. No, pawn's not on c4. Okay, so maybe I keep an eye on e5 break, on the e5 break. Maybe knight c7, a6, b5. Okay, could give up that bishop if he wanted. Maybe that's... Okay, I'll encourage that. If he wants to give up that bishop. Alright. Just stop e5 for a moment. It's a radical way of stopping e5, but... Okay, so rook b8. And then b5. Rook b8 and then b5. Okay, so there's knight c4, incoming knight c4. Okay, can I put my king a bit safer? Maybe I want to play knight e5 or queen f7 and then f5. What about b5 at the right point? What is the right point here? Maybe g5 here. Is that a move? I hope it's a move. Isn't it sort of? I don't know. Actually, it's getting a bit tricky. This with the e5 being prepared quite methodically. I'm hoping f2 might be an issue tactically, or e5 coming up here. If I can get a blockade point on d6, if yeah, there's not enough time, I think. D6 from white. If he took, maybe if I had knight e8, but then he could take here. It's a little bit tricky here, this position. Bishop e8 coming up. I'm threatening takes. Right. Okay, can I take like this? Is that horrible? It's probably a bit horrible. Okay, is that bishop g6? And can I play h6? Is that a move? Just to give bishop h7, or is that a terrible idea? I hope it's not a terrible idea. Okay, e6, okay, b5, e6. Interesting, rook f8. e6, okay, rook d8 for e6 maybe. Nope. No, I'm a bit tied down here. Okay, is the clock a major factor? Trying to avoid being a perfectionist. Maybe there's e6 coming up here. If I want to undermine. Oh. Okay. We'll sack the exchange. I'd rather sack the exchange than lose e7. Is queen b5 a move? Or what? Queen d7. I think. I'm not really convinced. Yeah. He's got queen c8 coming. Alright, so looks like bad news. e4. Yeah. Oh, okay. C4. Just to give. No, there isn't that many options. Oh, I'm not sure I mind that. I don't mind that. I've got an A pawn. Wow. Really? Really? I've got an A pawn. That must be worth something. Oh, there's a check anyway there. Oh, right. I think I was let off there. I was let off. I'm sure there was. That looks very, very, very dodgy for me. That looked very, very dodgy. Just not an endgame transition there. No, I've got the pawns from earlier. Surely. Okay. Well, this is a turn up for the books. Knight e2. I think I need to be. I might be wrong about this, but maybe I don't want to encourage the centralization. On the other hand, I've now given myself liability. It's a strange form of Albin counter gambit, which I have played in the past, but is it so hot? Here, there's always a way of winning that pawn or not. If I'd played bishop b6, knight c4, if I wait for knight b3, I'll play bishop b6. I'm still holding on that pawn. I'm still looking for knight g6. In the Albin counter gambit, the standard method is knight e7, knight g6 to try and get the pawn back. Sometimes. So Albin counter gambit's kind of territory here. Try and take the pressure off, I think. Or am I just going to give a lethal light square bishop to the opponent? But if I get a pawn back, maybe it's worth it. Rather than dropping a pawn with queen e7, knight d4, I want to get a pawn back. There's a queen b5 check potentially there, winning the piece. I have to be careful with the queen b5 and that line when the queen was on d3. Do I get to play f6 and d3? Or maybe queen e7 or queen d6? Or queen f6? Oh, that's interesting. Queen f6. And then maybe... Or queen e7. Okay, it's only a 3-minute game. Let's just make a decision. Okay, let's not be a monk about it and take ages for one chess move. There was a chess episode with Monk. It took ages over one chess move. Okay, so just a 3-minute game. Okay, let's make some moves. Make some moves. Okay, so g6 and bishop a3, or d3 and bishop a3. d3 cuts the connection. Bishop a3. I think d3 and bishop a3. That looks good because then there's like a rook left. So d3 coming up. Oh, there's a dreaded blockade. There's a dreaded blockade. Hold on a sec. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No. Okay, he's taking his time though. But I don't know. Rook d4, maybe knight g6. Knight d3, maybe knight c4. Okay, maybe c5. Maybe there's knight d5. And then he's got maybe queen, maybe knight b6. Okay, so I'm on the back foot here. Oh. Okay, it's back foot. Is there queen e6 potentially? Okay, I'll move this. Nope. Yes. Maybe. Oh, no, I don't know. I'm going to try this tactic. Nope, doesn't work. Okay. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Queen d7. Queen d7. I have to watch out for bishop a6. Can I just undermine that guy? Queen f7, there's no immediate check is that it still holds b7. There's no immediate check with the knight. It is part of an undermining. Is it? Alright, maybe there's bishop e5 there. On e5. Bishop e5. To undermine d5. And so queen d5. Okay, there is that. Can I just go back for a moment without getting terminated? What is that? G3. G3. Alright, so queen d7. Maybe a4. Just try and get this queen out of my king position. Alright. Try and undermine with h4. Knight e5 coming up. There's knight c4. Ah, thanks. Yeah, that was interesting. Very dangerous. That was very, very interesting. Okay, Goggin, Paul. Okay, e4, and so I'm going to go with e4. Goggin. Play bishop b3, d3, h4 coming up. h4, h5. Without castling, that's a bit of a neat trick. Sometimes I think I'll castle and then f5. I missed the possibility of checkmating the queen, didn't I? If we look at this position, I think I've just missed bishop f7, check, and knight e6. Just for the record, I say after, a little bit too late. Let's go back to the game. Okay, just as an aside, I think I missed a little tactic there. I think I've just noticed it after. It's a real pain when that happens. I notice it after. That's a side effect of moving too quickly. c3, just to stop bishop d4. Okay, I don't want a disaster on this diagonal. We also got c6 for queen b6. I think c3 and blunt the diagonal. c3, knight g3, f5. c3, knight g3. Okay. Coming in for f5 one day, or not. Queen b6. Try and stop queen b6. So this knight remains a total pain. I can try and exchange it off awkwardly, but do I get mated with bishop d4 if I go for knight f2? It's not yet mating, but e5 is pushing my luck. F takes, d takes, bishop f7, king moves, bishop takes, e takes, knight f2. Maybe I'm safe enough there. Alright, as long as there's no bishop d4. I don't think there's a bishop d4. Anyway, there's always a knight f2. I don't like this way of trying to undermine this knight. It doesn't really undermine the knight. I probably need the assistance of e5 here. Okay, knight f2. Where's the knight's going to be swapped off surely after knight f2. I think that's my point. Nimzovich has played moves like this, knight h1. The classic knight re-centralization maneuver. Knight h1. Okay. So e5. E5 actually blocks in that bishop, doesn't it? I think it's worth doing. In theory, I'm giving a nice blockade square, but I don't know how the knight gets back to f5. There are two things that any self-respecting chess player should know, by the way. The first is overprotection. It's a real strategy. And the second is Mikhail as in Mikhail Tal or Mikhail Botvinnik. It's got to hurt when you say it. Mikhail. Not Michael, yeah? So there's two things every chess player should know. Okay, I think, yeah, because, you know, Russian culture is to be respected, yeah? And Nimzovich is hypermodern culture. That's to be respected as well. So if you know those two things, that's good. That's really good, yeah? Okay, so bishop c2. If queen takes b2, bishop g6, I'm hitting that queen. Surely this is enough. He's hitting my bishop. There's bishop d2, there's queen d4, there's queen h5, there's queen a1, there's king h2. Okay, it's not working for me, is it? Okay. Let me just think about this again then. Is there anything better here? Bishop g6, queen c3. I can't improve things here. Do I get dismantled? What about if I... no, this cannot be right. This cannot be right. Oh, okay. I thought you'd take on c3. Okay. I thought you'd take on c3. Yeah, no, that was a mistake. Yeah, that was a mistake. All right then. A Spectra. Let's try King's Indian attack here. King's Indian attack. All right, one elephant, one pass pawn, two connected pass pawns, three connected pass pawns, four pawns in an avalanche, 5 pawns at the start of the board. 6 pawns too many, 7 pawns nearly complete set, 8 pawns complete set. Okay, that's abort. Okay, let's go on to Dirks gently. Okay, gently does it. Dirk gently. Okay, knight f3. Oh, all right. Well, you know, I can do this gambit here. I don't know if this is going to be any good. I've seen it before. I don't remember any of the details of it. I think it's a gambit. It does exist. E4. Okay. So knight g5, d3. It looks like a gambit that I've seen before at some point. Okay. It's a surprise weapon. Clearly, it's you know. Okay, this looks like I don't know what it is. Is it some sort of Latvian position now? I don't know, I don't know. Can't identify this now. I think I do have a threat of queen h5 and bishop c4 or anything else. I think I do want to play knight c4 to e3 just to be fancy here. I've seen that sort of maneuver before. In fact, I think I've seen even f3 before at some point. This looks familiar. Maybe not the exact position. But I think there's an idea of playing f3 later. So knight e3 and f3. Okay. Maybe stabilize d4. Knight e3 and f3 coming up. Why is f3 interesting here? If I'm actually asking about this specific position rather than trying to recall something. f3 in this specific position. I don't know. Am I activating the rook? Okay, so knight e3, maybe f4, f5 is plausible. It's f4, f5 looks like a space gaining something lucrative about the space gain. There is check. I'm taking on b7. That's a bit greedy. Is it worth doing that? Oh, I'm tempted. Oh, it's a bit greedy. I don't know. Greed is often punished. Yeah. Okay. However, queen d7. I think I've got bishop b5. Okay. Go over here. As long as there's no self pins involved, then it's okay, maybe. Or king safety, major king safety issues. So d5 here, or b4, or d5, or b4. I don't know, actually. Maybe it's getting a bit wild already. My opponent's counterplay. The queen hasn't got that many squares. Okay, that gives the queen a retreat. Queen e2. Knight d2 to c4, or knight a3 to c4. Knight d2 to c4. Okay, if I took or come back, maybe I can take. Oh, I don't know. See, it's horrible both ways. That way it's horrible because there's knight d3, and this way it's horrible because of c4. There's no winning here. There's no winning. Okay, knight e4 is also horrible coming up. My opponent's got a good counterplay. Okay, I'm just going to try and get out of some of the dangers in advance. This diagonal. All right, is there more greed with knight c4? That does go into a self pin. Or does it? My queen's protected. I can just take on a5. In other words, can I not just win another pawn? Ugh, I hate doing this. But he's got bishop d3 otherwise. So, okay. Now, there's a blast of piece activity to try and neutralize. And also there's awkward, no connection of the rooks, awkward pieces. But is black in a position to capitalize on that? Knight a3, there's knight e5. What about queen c6? Queen c6? I'm going to take the queens off, try and protect this guy from structural damage. Bishop d3 could be a pain. I played rook g. Oh, I know this is looking dangerous. It's looking really passive. Okay, I think I want to give back. Do I? Some material or not? Before it's too late. What about bishop e4? Oh, hang on, this is getting mega dangerous. Oh. Maybe a tempo gainer just to weaken this diagonal. That could come in handy later. That's super pedantic in the circumstance. This is ridiculously super pedantic. I'm facing knight g4 to f2 in some cases. Okay. I'll keep an eye on g4. I think I want to play... well, if knight e4... If knight e4... There's rook f2. This is getting a bit horrific, actually. Black's counterplay. Okay, so knight b3. Knight b3, is that possible? Right. Okay, I can play knight takes c1. I want to give back a pawn. Just I want to get some moves, yeah, to develop. Knight d. Okay, it gives me some moves to develop. Okay, sort of relieved. h3. Oh, there's going to be a rook h3 at some point, or knight d3 to f2. Anyway, knight d3 to f2 at some point. Is there bishop e2 just to safeguard for a moment? d3. I want to safeguard d3 from knight d3 to f2. Is it okay? The other thing is that h3 king h2? Okay, there's rook. Maybe there's rook f1. Well, there's knight e6 for rook f8 here as a sort of tactical trap. But first, this, just to give my king some air. Okay. And if my king came to g3, oh, then there's rook g2. Okay. Okay. Is there bishop f3 trying to extinguish my opponent's play, basically, which is not insignificant. I've already done it here, haven't I? Yeah, I've messed up. No, I messed up. Yes, definitely he's winning. I just can't handle this police activity. I just terrible defending against police activity. Voluminous threats. I mean, there's a whole spectrum of threats. Move after move. There's like different threats to factor in. It's just too much. It's too much. Greed. That's why greed's punished. It's just too much. I can't handle it. I cracked in the end. Okay, so a4 and knight c4. Queen d2 and bishop h6. Or maybe c3. Just to safeguard b2. Is okay, knight e3 is h6. Bishop f4. I mean, I'm getting my bishop trapped. I'm going to welcome a bishop being trapped with bishop h4. I wonder if he's going to go for that. Maybe not. Well, in other words, oh well, if the bishop's not trapped, I think I want to play knight g4. Okay. Rook c1, maybe, for a moment. Knight g4 coming up. h6. Bishop h3, h6. Bishop h4. Bishop h4. Maybe with the idea of f5 or g4 and f5. Would he have Queen h6 there? He's got rook f4 anyway. Right, maybe here g4 f5. Is that plausible? I'll play for f5. Get these pawns going. Maybe this is plausible with e takes, trying to get two connected pass pawn compensation for the piece. f5. Trying to get two connected pass pawns. So what was that? Was that 98? 98, right? Okay, that can be taken, or that can be taken, or bishop g3 can be played. If bishop g2, knight g2, it's got that. If queen g2, it's got e3. So maybe I've got limited replies here. That's a shame. Bishop f2. It's limited replies, isn't it? Or is it? Bishop g3. It's got knight f5 coming up. Okay. I'm back to bishop f2. This is a bit desperate. Because my queen's not protected. It's limiting my replies quite a bit. The queen not being protected. Okay. Is there knight c4 and king h1? Knight f4, king h1, queen h3, queen f4. Snag here. He's got rook e2. If I play king f3, queen h3, there is bishop g3. That might be a better variation to think about, because I'm threatening queen f4. So I think king f3, crazy as it might seem, has the threat of queen f4. If queen h3, bishop g3, I'm actually holding g2 there. Alright. Convinced. Queen h3, bishop g3. It might be wrong, but I'm threatening. Okay, that holds g2. There's a snag. There's a snag to all this. There's that. Yeah, it's f5 looks very vulnerable. Is there knight d6 trying to hold on to f5 for dear life? Knight d6 before I get absolutely mashed with rook f5. Knight d6. Knight d6. There's bishop e5 emerging as well as a really dangerous thing. So there's rook f5. I can rule that out. Okay. Alright, HG, there is bishop e5 coming up. But maybe knight e4, And there is rook e4. Maybe queen e4. No, there isn't rook e4. In other words, I've got rook h1 coming up. Okay, is there rook h1 coming up? Alright, there's knight g5 here for knight f7. No, there isn't. There is rook h1. Right. Oh, there's rook h7 for knight f6, I've just realised. But I don't know if that's enough. Is there knight f6? No, but there's rook h7 for knight f6. He has bishop f4 after, which is a discovered check. Okay. Is the king in the way? Oh, the knight's in the way anyway. Queen h6, king g8. It's king f3. I think queen h6 to start off. King f3. f6 and queen h8. would have been good. Tempo. F6 still. Rook. Well, yes, I think it's a draw, yes. I thought Gordon Bennett. Okay, I think no, I don't know what to think. I don't know what to say. Okay, it's one of those interesting games. It's too much. My brain's too much. It's too much. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. No, let's go on to the next game. Yeah, wild game there. Okay, I was lucky there in the time though. Okay, D5 gives E5 coming up. Does it? Or not? I mean, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I mean, I don't know. It's plausible. I'll play knight f5. It's my form pawn card, by the way. Okay, so knight f5 coming up for bishop f3 and knight d4. Okay. Is it plausible? I don't know. I don't know if this is a good move or not. It looks as though this might be a good bishop. I had this in the past. This issue. It's pretty controversial. I don't really know. B6 knight c4. C6 knight c4. Alright, so c6 and knight c4. Do I end up losing c6 here or something? He's got queen a4. Have I got knight c4? Right, then b5 and then bishop f5. What about a5 and then ab and then rook a3? Is this a5 any good here, just to try and get a rook to a3? I wonder. So a5 taking and rook a3 is the plan. I'm seeing. I mean, a long distant plan is this bishop on that diagonal, but I think the immediate target is b4. Try and use b4 as the immediate leverage. That's an end to that. Okay, maybe I can still play this to try and get in this. Yeah, there's a coordination on a3, which is handy, is it? Rook a3? Maybe it is. And then c takes after. Yeah, all right, here, just take this. And then okay, free here. Okay, so there's there's knight e3 here, isn't there? Knight e3. Okay, is there queen a5? Okay, so knight c4. I guess he's using the pin maybe sometimes. But the bishop's on c4, so bishop c4 takes. There's not yet, I think. Knight c4, bishop c4. Alright. Okay, so here there's a pin there, there's queen b6, queen d4. Oh, there's c3 first, and then queen b6 to stop queen d4. Maybe that's better. c3 first, and then queen b6 without queen d4. Or queen a7 holds the rook. So queen e3, there's c2 there. That looks good. Also, there's bishop d5. Either queen. Okay, so anyway, the point is pin and win. And there's a discovery with c2 there, or there's bishop d5 on queen e3. So either one of them. Which one? Maybe c2 or maybe bishop d5. Which one? I'm going to go with bishop d5 actually on this occasion, I think. All right. So c2 looks like a dangerous pass pawn. So I'm hitting the queen. And it's a dangerous pass pawn as well. Alright, thanks to the game, Awkward. Dahenka. Alright, I've got this idea that against these pesky B3 systems, I want to transpose into a Dutch stone wall, basically. Now, King H8. Knight C5, A4. All right. Okay, that's on F5. Yeah. And on C6. Very nice. So, am I really reduced to Knight B8 here? Okay. Back to the drawing board here. So F5 and C6 here. Okay, C5 and B6, and then start all over again. D5 isn't necessarily weak frontally. C5 though is Knight B5. Can I just threaten to get rid of this knight with double pawns blocking in the bishop? Okay. Well, there's bishop A3. What about bishop A3? Is that anything? There's a skewer there. Bishop D7. He doesn't have to take on C6. Is clamped down c5 square. Any knight? Oh. Okay. Not too many moves. Is that plausible? I don't want to go into a self-pin. That avoids a sort of self-pin. Yeah, structurally, I'm diced a bit. I feel diced a bit, but you could look on the upside of this as a passed pawn, but it feels dicey. So d4, queen f5, d takes. That might be okay. There's bishop c4. Still, no, that's not a check even. d4 it is, I think. So queen f5, d takes. Oh, hang on. No. He would have rook f6, queen f5. Got to be careful about that sort of stuff. Okay, so rook. What about rook d4 here? All right. There's a check on a1. And there's rook f1. It's mostly pointless. I think I'm going to e7, keeping in the center. Threatening queen e2. Probably with knight e4 coming up. Knight e4, d3. It's not necessarily the end of the story. Maybe there's queen h4. Okay, maybe it is the end of the story. Or is it? There's queen a7, d takes, rook e4. Queen a7, is that really legitimate stuff? You know, I don't really know. Knight e4, d3, queen a7. D takes, rook e4. No queen c5, rook c5, rook e3. I'm tempting him to weaken the diagonal. You know, I'm going to do this naughty business. Yeah, I think it's naughty. I'm tempting him to play d3. It looks really tempting to play d3, doesn't it? I'm questioning if that d3 is the liability of the rook on e3. d3, queen a7, d takes, rook e4. Isn't that rook just hanging or not? Oh, there is rook. Oh, there's a few moves. There's rook c7. In fact, okay, the other problem is, well, rook c6, queen b4, d takes, queen e1, bishop f1, queen e3. Maybe queen b4 is okay there on rook c6. Yeah, I think rook c6, queen b4, d takes, queen e1. Bishop f1, queen e3. Let's make use of that tactic. Queen e1. Well, I thought it was a tactic. Looks like a tactic. Why don't I just take on F1? Can I just take on F1? Okay, that's another story for another day. Can I just take on F1? I mean, okay. F1 was just hanging, wasn't it? F1 was hanging. I was only, you see, it's caching. It's like browser caching. I was just caching my calculations. Okay, back row mate frets now to handle. Great. Back row mate frets. Yeah, as I'm vocalizing it, reinforcing this cache of future moves, and you end up not playing the position. I think if I was playing the position cold, no, I just hallucinated. I thought my queen. I thought I'd missed queen f1. No. On this occasion, okay, it was just pure hallucination. After, okay, the facts, okay. Prom night. Okay. Okay. Rook e8 and bishop f8. Probably the idea d5 at some point. If he ever plays f3, I think bishop f8 and d5 coming up. What about bishop coming back to g6? Oh, he's ruled that out. Here, bishop b7. I don't think he wants h3 and f3. It's sort of double downside on the dark squares. Getting a tongue twister here. f3 and h3. The dark square weaknesses. If he plays both f3 and h3, I mean, he might be tempted. But surely then those dark squares look a bit delicious. Knight h5. Well, even here, knight h5 though. And then something like queen g5. And then if knight f3 does queen g6, pinning the pawn. In fact, d5. And this is knight h4. Okay, here there's c4 and bishop e4 and bishop f3 potentially. I think c4 for bishop e4. He plays queen e2. Well, maybe there's something going on there. Maybe d5 is good here. Holding the bishop. Okay, c7's loose. Maybe bishop d6 for knight f4, trying to get rid of this defender on f4. So bishop d6, trying to weaken f4. Maybe even cd is okay. I want to try and get in knight f4. Maybe it was Kochenas that said about that knight being a killer knight. Okay, bishop f3. Oh, okay, I've just blundered a pawn. Well, that was silly. Yes. Oh, that was unnecessary. Alright, so bishop d6, trying to get in knight f4. You know, this is going to be very, very annoying. Trying to at least shield c7 here. Towards the center. Do I have any play? I hope I have some play for the pawn. So rook b8 coming up. Or knight d3. Knight d3. Well, I'm trying to create some... Oh. Really? Well, that's fractured the pawns. It's not just winning a pawn, it's... fracturing. Yeah. Alright. Okay, back to the drawing board, pawn down. I've got blockade square. I've got active rook. Maybe I can put a pawn on a3 and hope for the best. He's got knight b5. Can I have this without knight b5? So, like rook b4. Is my back row getting too weak? So I really want a pawn on a3 without knight b5. Okay, c5 is dangerous. Can I get behind that pawn before it's too late? With rook c with rook c1. Tarrasch roll. Oh. Well, hang on. King d3 has knight f4. That's good news. Is it? Or is that pawn still queening? I'll try and get over there before it's too late. Right. Okay. Well, that's a bit of good news, isn't it? I can stop knight e5 if I don't want to lose f7 too quickly. I'll try and win pawn over here. Or two. Oh. G5. Or maybe the easiest just to do this. Okay, yeah, thanks, Promlate. Oh, that was on the defensive. Oh, no, that was just pawn down. Okay, yeah, I'm a bit lucky so far today. On another day it would have been maybe 2 casualties at least so far. Okay, so did I press accept? Okay, Sand Viper. Okay, this line again. I don't think knight c3 is the move. Yeah, I think c3, taking away that nice c3. And I go here because I've seen a Magnus Carlsen Blitz game. Usually bishop c5, and I was just intrigued with bishop e7. It looks a bit passive, maybe, but the bishop on c5 is a bit of a tactical target sometimes. I think that's one little perk about that. I like the idea of rook e8 and bishop f8 anyway. This is getting to be a very popular alternative to either the Italian game or the Spanish game. This Scotch game. So bishop f8 and then knight e5. Bishop f8. Okay, I've got some pressure on e4. Can I do this? In fact, for h5, h4. Bishop g5 could be a right pain. Can I kick that here? In fact, can I continue with knight g4 and queen h4? That knight looks awkward for h2. When I think of a knight on g3, I think of Nesmetanov immortal game against, is it Averbach or something, with knight g4 and going in for h2. One of Nesmetanov's immortals or something. So anyway, knight g4 for queen h4 and knight e5. It looks like the sort of position where something's happening on dark squares. Sometimes something. There's a tempo gainer here, knight e5 anyway. What the bishop is, I don't know why okay. What? Okay. What hang on. Let me just get this. Okay, knight takes c6. Right. B takes. Okay. B takes. Okay. G5. Trying to get the dark square bishop. That's pretty radical. I weaken f5. The alternative, knight e5. That's also. Well, there's queen h4 as mentioned before. h3, knight e5. You know what? That for some reason looks as though it's plausible. Sometimes there's bishop h3 for knight f3. If there's bishop e5, there's rook e5. Is there bishop h3 here? This looks a little bit crazy. Bishop h3, or is it? The bishop's coming to c5 here as well. Sometimes if I take like this, there's a bishop c5, which is a pin. So bishop h3, bishop e5. Let's imagine d takes for a moment. G takes. Bishop c5 threatens queen g3. King g2. So forget that. Or not. There's a way of being on sound, I can find it. I can't resist this nonsense. I don't know. Can't resist it. Maybe d5 and bishop c5, or rook g5, d5, bishop c5. Or first double the rooks, and then d5, and then bishop c5. Maybe doubling the rooks is more logical. Try and take care of the centre whilst doing the attack. There's f7 is a problem now. Okay, I can play like... Can I play this and then double the rooks? Yeah, it's sort of thwarted things. Queen f4 has thwarted things from my dream position that I just visualized there. Okay, I can double here for a moment against e1, maybe. Is that some take? Where's he got knight e4? Maybe there's d takes, knight f6, king h8. Can I play like that? Not king g7 because knight e8 is check. Alright, is that here f5 trying to engulf the pawn with d5, g5 or something? Or bishop g7, bishop e5? Bishop g7, d5, bishop g7, bishop e5. Is d5 actually worth it? There's bishop f1 coming. So I get this mass of pawns after queen g4. I don't think should mind that. In fact, given that's the case, I want to stop the use of e4 from the knight. So bring on this without knight e4. Taking this guy out and bishop c5 should be back in business. There's a few pawns there. There's a pin. There's a target on f2. Uh-oh. Alright. This ending. Do I take that or keep the tension? Maybe keep the tension for a moment just in case. Slight clock advantage. So h5. g5 or bishop d6. Still use of d4. Play bishop d6 and g5. c6 on bishop g2. Or here. Don't tell me hasn't got rook e6 to g5. Bishop d6 is with tempo rook e6, bishop f4. Rook e6, g5. Bishop g2, bishop d6. Bishop d6. Alright, so there's almost bishop f4. I think mobilizing these pawns should be dangerous. These on this side for a4 for rook b2, okay. That side, two connected pass pawns over there. This side for rook b2. Or bishop f4 first, there's knight e2. Okay, rook b6 first. Right, so c4. Okay, I'll take here for king f6. Blimey. Okay, I think that's it for this week. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Just take you to that discount code screen. There's some fun games there. So remember, 15% off, discount code Kingscrusher, Kings plural. So that is chess24.com. If you go to chess24.com/premium, voucher code Kingscrusher, there's a 15% off. Yeah, I was lucky this week, significantly in some games. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it anyway, and keep safe. Yeah, keep washing your hands frequently. I'm doing that anyway, and see you next time. Okay, thanks so much.